This isn't good. While the cat's away, the mice will play, so the saying goes. I hate to deprive Saki of her fun, but I'm going to take them out before this goes any further. Oh no, the Scarlet Devil Man, it's been destroyed yet again, for like the 50 millionth time. The Flandre do this. Why are fairies invading the mansion? Get out of here. This is the vampire's home. You're not allowed. How come they don't just turn the fairies into their minions or something? Just make the fairies their vampire slaves, and everything will work out just fine. You'd practically be unstoppable. Remilia and Flandre may be some of the strongest beings in the world, but... well, how about they become even more unstoppable? I don't remember if you can even get items from any of the pots, or if it's just a bunch of healing items. I'm assuming it's mostly just healing. Also, these floor reflections look really pretty. Also, it's got that checkerboard pattern. I love those kinds of patterns. Got the infamous staircase, only instead now it's a four-way staircase instead of a upwards and to the side. Thing is that they don't really show Scarlet Devil Mansion on its own, so you kind of have to, people kind of just have to take a guess as to what it actually looks like in their imagination. And this is one of the few games that probably makes it look like it's oversized, which it should. It doesn't just have 2 floors for nothing. You also got a nice view of it. Anyhow, talk to Myling. Myling, what happened? You failed to defend the mansion. Were you sleeping again? My lady, I'm so relieved you're safe. What happened here? It's dangerous to stay outside. Let's go to the library for now. Miss Patchouli can probably explain what happened better than I can. Miss Patchouli, she's back there hoarding her millions and thousands of books of infinite knowledge. It seems the library managed to emerge unscathed, at least. I'm sorry, my lady. I failed in my duty to protect the house. Yeah, you was probably sleeping again. Remy. Patchy. If you were here, and Myling was here, how did this happen? I'm sorry. It was all I could do to keep the library from harm. Curse that monster. Attacking when it knew I'd be gone. What a coward. The mansion is completely demolished. No big deal. We can always rebuild it. Again. It only costs like $1 billion trillion of Gensokyo dollars. More importantly, did you see the monster? What does it look like? You at least put up a stiff resistance, right? I wish I could say that, but this thing was totally out of our league. The mansion was blown away before I could even do anything. Unfortunately, we just don't know what kind of monster we're dealing with here. What do you mean by that? Well, it destroyed our mansion, obviously, but we never saw what it looked like. My guess is, it used some sort of magic or secret technique to hide itself. So what you're saying is a totally invisible monster came here, blew up my house, and left without so much as a fight? I can say this much. Judging by the damage done to the mansion, the monster must be truly gargantuan. So, there's some truth to those newspaper articles after all, huh? I didn't know such monsters existed in Gensokyo. By the way, I haven't seen Sakia around. Where is she, anyway? Actually, she hasn't come back yet. Well, is that right? You don't sound surprised. This is Sakia we're talking about. Wherever she is, I'm sure she's fine. I'll bet she's investigating our monster even as we speak. I suppose if I keep searching for the monster, I'll run into her sooner or later. Now we finally got our mission select screen. The library is where we also save our game. You ever wonder where all your save files go in every video game you've ever played? Well, guess what? Patchouli's holding all of the records of every person's save file in the world. And this is what it looks like. The more saves you give in other video games, the more power Patchouli has. The bamboo forest and Genbu ravine, you said. Are you sure? Would you like to record your adventure? Don't worry about those. Been months ago since we played this. Unfortunately, we can't go to those. We have the bamboo forest or the ravine. Either way, we have to do one or the other. But we ought to start with the bamboo forest of the lost. Look how pretty it looks. So, these are the guiding will-o-wisps I read about in the newspaper. What am I thinking? I never would have just blindly followed some random phenomenon like this before. We also got a new ability from the previous fight. Heartbreak, Destiny. It looks like it's hard to tell if that's an ultimate or not. Heartbreak is supposed to be kind of like the gun here, and then the turn is crowd control. She grabs Remilia's body with energy as she launches herself spiraling towards an enemy. Slight adjustments can be made to her trajectory while in flight. Also costs a lot. Well, let's see what this can do. That seems a little costly, so we'll have to use that a little more sparingly. The enemies are a little tougher here too. More fairies and wolves. Nothing we haven't already seen so far, however they're a lot tougher than the ones we already fought. In fact, they can dodge now. And massive centipedes. Hope you're not grossed out by centipedes for anyone who doesn't like bugs. But don't worry, we're slaying it now. It screams, it doesn't even necessarily die either, it just disappears out of existence. Meaning the next time it's reborn, it will have already invaded your house. Plants that spit poison that also does a lot of damage. They need to go first, clearly. Level up level 4. Trees are getting in the way. Stun you. Anything about the bamboo forest is it's a maze. It's also nighttime. Let's see what this Credo attack does. Doesn't do nearly as much damage as we thought it would. I honestly think it's better to keep the other skill on for now, since that is extremely costly. Get these trees out of the way. What is that thing? It's another kind of bug. Supersonic power speeds. Remilia has to fight everything up close, so she ends up getting hurt. It'd make a lot of sense. Can't mess with some of the strongest beings in the world, though. Can't you realize it, Fairy? Why are the mushrooms gone insane? The mushrooms got high of themselves. Another evil centipede. We just circle strafe him, just like in Dark Souls, and it should be fine. The oldest trick in an RPG. Because the enemies can't handle spinning in circles against you. I'm gonna save these. A lot of it's just, is that a gap? You can't remake that. We don't have much of a choice but to head into it now, don't we? Let's go. Looks like we're only about halfway done. These levels can go on for a while too, which I think is kind of impressive the way they designed this game. Very different kind of RPG. I'm not one for bullet hells, but instead, there's plenty of Touhou games that are not bullet hells, or rather they include it with an RPG element or something else. In other words, it plays more like an action game. That has a massive AoE on it. Ow. Yeah, that crowd control ability is pretty helpful. We got a new skill. Looks like we got a new Gungnir. Divine Spear. There's Spear of the Gungnir. We finally got it. It's our ultimate. We need to save that for the toughest foe. What's this will-o'-the-wisp lighting? Follow it. Takes us to new locations. Or not. It just disappeared. Oh, but there's a chest back there. Find a way to acquire it. See how powerful this Gungnir really is. Spears everything to death, although it completely missed the centipede. Centipedes are apparently immune to the spear. Didn't think a centipede could actually survive such an ability. What were they defending? Amethyst. Not sure what that does. Raises our skill regen. Worth it. Hey, you can also hit the branches and pots. Those also apply to your combo meter. So far we've accrued 114. Ow. And there we go. We lost it immediately. He felled. You can cast mini spears again here. Actually, I think I just realized something. That's her lesser spear. Only it doesn't ricochet this time around. As we get more skills, there'll be a lot more to do. Let's try this time, yeah? Ouch. Spear the Gungnir. Witness its power. Cut through the bamboo. I remember seeing a chest in the background. This place is quite a maze, so it'll take some luck to find it. It looks like we can actually go behind the fence too, if we can get back there. I don't even remember where I saw it. There's probably another way in the back around somewhere we can go. This is just looping us back around. Maybe this is it. No, there's nothing over there. Vanish in the night. You have to keep going around. Not much else we can do. And a frog. Why didn't Sterno apparently hasn't been here yet? That explains why they're not frozen. Wonder if we'll meet Sterno. Ouch. Those tiny bugs are annoying simply because they dash across the screen. A lot of enemies have these dashing attacks. Wolves can dodge. I don't know what happened to the frog. Well, he's gone now. What the? Where did you come from? Be felled. Spear the gun near. Didn't do nearly as good as it did the last time. But it's enough. Ouch. I believe we're supposed to follow these guiding lights. I would think that's the indicator. Watch out for the trees. The trees come to life. Don't want any trespassers invading. To be fair, if you enter the forest at night, you're most likely to get attacked by nature. Nature itself is also trying to sleep. We gotta be nearing the end sooner or later. Looks like it. Wriggle. This is where the will-o-wisp brought me, but where am I? Whoa, 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 do you guys have any idea what you just dragged in here? Maybe these glowing bugs are really the will-o-wisp people have been talking about. What will-o-wisp? Oh, you came here because of that spiel in the newspaper, didn't you? So, what if I did? Listen, humans have never exactly loved us insects, but they only seem to treat us worse as time goes on. So I thought maybe they'd warm up to us if we helped them out. That's why I started this handy-dandy guide service. But then someone had to go and write about how will-o'-the-wisp are guiding travelers. So as usual, us insects get 0 credit. I tell you what, it's enough to make a bug want to call it quits. Ugh. I didn't just get duped, I got duped by bugs of all things. What's wrong with me? Do I need to get my head examined? Nah, I guess I'll just stomp her and move on. Hold it! I won't go down so easily. Now we fight the first actual boss of the game, Wriggle. Shooting all sorts of radiating balls of light. But as usual, we have a way to cut them apart. Moves around at very quick speeds, making it unlikely we're going to hit her with our little spears. Spear the gun there. Took out quite a bit. Uh-oh. That's up for that attack. That's quite a bit of damage, don't you, Wriggle? The overpowered bugs. You think bugs can defeat me? Ethereal bugs can't hurt you. How about you summon a real bug? Summon about 50 of those centipedes and maybe you'll stand a chance. Heads up. The ethereal swarm. Haha! Feel the spear. Slice and dice. Scarlet Axle. she's way too strong. Alright, it's stopping time. Wait, have a little pity. You came here because of what you read in the newspaper. That means we're looking for a guide, right? Oh, I guess you're smarter than you look. I am seeking something, but not a guide. I'm looking for a monster and a person. I might be able to help you get a lead on whoever it is you're looking for. Don't underestimate an insect network. That would be convenient. If I could trust you. I'm not lying, honest. When you run a guide service and make connections with other bugs, you pick up more than a few good sources. Oh, hold on a sec. Would you... yeah, okay. Thanks, guys. And there you go. I found her already. My home bug saw your maid. Seems like she might have been with that magician of yours. It seems like they might have. Come on, that's pretty vague. I need details. When and where do they see her? These guys can only deliver simple messages, so I can't tell you much more right now. I'm working with what I have. Also, why did her life bar restore back to full? But if I had to speculate, it sounded like a pretty recent sighting. So if Sakia was with Patchy, she might have just gone back to the house already. Maybe it's a good idea to head back to the Scarlet Devil Mansion once I'm finished here.